morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to Next Industry 5.0 keynote speech, and this time we will speak about India in the age of Industry 5.0. My name is Michael Rada. I am human, and I am the founder of Industry 5.0. Before we start today, let me show you once again something what you know. The world most famous formula. You probably saw it already, maybe a long time ago, but maybe you will remember that energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared. It was said by Albert Einstein in 1905. But have you ever considered to take it out of the silos of academics and science and apply it in a business? If not, maybe this will inspire you, because efficiency is management times competency squared. Maybe now you would like to use it in different segment. What about economy? Because economy is money times corruption squared. Or environment, which is man times competency squared. And education is man times consistency squared. I just presented to you the use of the on-the-ground minds. This is what we do in Industry 5.0. And what is Industry 5.0? It is the first industrial evolution ever led by man, by human. It's built on the principles of systematic waste prevention, and it was introduced on December 1st, 2015. Industry 5.0 recognizes and prevents 5 types of waste: physical, social, urban, process, and the wasting of time. And I do implement these principles in companies and businesses since 2013 already. You may ask, what is the relation between Industry 5.0 and India? The age of Industry 5.0 in India started on August 21st, 2020. It was on the largest industrial conference of the year, organized by CII, Confederation of Indian Industries. And the keynote has 1 million follow-ups in 1 week time, resulting in the discussions and webinars for the biggest Indian companies. And this is why the world first Industry 5.0 ambassador was assigned in India on October 14th, 2020 already, and his name is Shiv Rao Chawla. India adopted immediately the term, but unfortunately, the principles has not been implemented. It's a pity, because it was 6 months before the European Commission officially adopted the term in a European Sustainable Development Framework. Using the term, but changing the content. From evolution, it starts to speak about a revolution. From waste prevention, it generates more waste. From physical to virtual, going the very opposite direction that was proposed in the birth certificate of Industry 5.0. And there are big differences if you compare what happened. Because in India and European Commission, the companies start to use the term, but in the same time, Industry 5.0 grow its global network. India and European Commission adopted the European Commission view. At the same time, Industry 5.0 implement the principles which has been there from the very beginning. Instead of aiming more digitalization, Industry 5.0 improve its functionality. And instead of research and academic, we implement it in factories and businesses all around the globe. We did not take time to publish paper, but we reduce every single day the environmental impact, so as the cost. But in European Commission and India, the cost has been growing, so is spending. But at the same time, Industry 5.0 increased profit and decreased the environmental impact. There has been two global changes and challenges. One was COVID pandemic, and it was really a big game changer because it destabilized the global supply chains. It derailed standards, dematerialized needs, destruct employment standards, redefine education systems, and materialize new potentials and visualize waste issues. And as you can see, the second one was war in Ukraine, which again, it destroyed the markets. It visualized the weakness. It influenced the decision making, impact trading routes, show existence of the underground mines, and materialize the waste issues and volumes. The impact of Industry 5.0 principles is significant because it identifies and specifies the existence of the underground mines. It reveals value of systematic waste prevention, which in 2019 was 475 trillion US dollars, to be in just 3 years over 1 quadrillion. It decreased the dependency on technology and electric power, and it finished globalization and started localization instead, and increased the stability and power of nations, at the same time as it decreased the impact, the negative environmental impact on a global scale. Unfortunately, India missed the first opportunity to be the global sustainable leader of the world. How did I recognize? Because we are meeting on an event called Industry 4.0. Waste prevention framework was not implemented in the legislation of India. Industry 5.0 strategic alliance does not have a single member from India yet. The dependency on data, on power, electric power, increases in India. So as the volume of spending which outperform the volume of savings. And there are more waste bins in India instead of having less, because more bins means more waste. Correction steps needs to be taken. It has to be narrowed and unified the understanding of Industry 5.0 origin and principles. It must start the implementation of the waste prevention framework at national so as local government level. The Industry 5.0 principles must be implemented in education system, and a pan-Indian waste prevention movement must be started, and it must be utilized the rich wisdom of Indian history and used for the growth of the nation. Since the launch of Industry 5.0 age in India, Industry 5.0 delivered many results globally. But in India, there was more than 150 universities receive a webinar and keynote related to Industry 5.0. Business relations in many industrial segments has been established already. I took the advisory role up to the government level. It was prevented more than 10 million metric tons of products and to become waste. The growth was realized without any third-party financial support, incentive, donation. We grow healthy and sustainable. An Industry 5.0 definition was viewed more than 100,000 times already. Waste prevention legislation and the Industry 5.0 Strategic Alliance has been launched and published globally. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I have spent 8 years to write the World and History First Waste Prevention Framework. And here it is. And please, do understand one. There is no waste if we do not waste. And trust me or not, you can check it. But not a single legislation in the world defines how waste is being created. So it must be part of the legislation. And here again it is. And it is important to understand that wasting is not a feature of a product or material, but the result of human behavior. At the beginning, I mentioned there are 5 waste categories. First one is a physical waste, which we find in the garbage bins, containers, and on a landfill. The second one we can find in the streets of our cities, where people cannot live meaningful life. The third one we can find in the same cities, when the people who lost the roof above their heads can just watch outside of the empty buildings, spaces and factories, not being permitted to utilize them. And there is a process waste which resulted in delivering more than 55% of the shipping containers all around the globe filled with just air. And the last one is wasting of time. And this is very special, because not a single second wasted can be recovered. Dear ladies and gentlemen, they are milestones which will be reached soon. First is that the leaders, industrial leaders in India will become very soon members of Industry 5.0 Strategic Alliance. It will be followed by the launch of the world's first biochar production facility in the world. It will be launched in Australia. This will be followed by the start of all-in-one factory creation for solar technology in Europe. And then the recovery of Ukraine will start after the end of the war. Industry 5.0 road tour will begin and will be followed by Industry 5.0 audits in your own factories. Dear ladies and gentlemen, when Industry 5.0H was launched in India, there was not a single ambassador in the world. It was on August 21st, 2020. Today, there are 111 countries engaged to wasteless war established already. My name is Michael Rada. I am human, and I am the founder of Industry 5.0. I took my decision a decade ago, and my aim is to build wasteless world for all. Right now is your time to decide in which world you would like to live and you would like to hand over to your children and grandchildren. Have a nice time, free of waste and wasting in all its forms. Stay safe and free. Thank you.